Hey, how you guys doing? 50 Stitches Steel here. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of the JP Industries Recoil Eliminator in 30 caliber. This is an excellent break for a bolt rifle. Being a bolt rifle, you tend to get a little bit more recoil felt in your shoulder whenever you're shooting, and not so much that, but another good reason to have a break or a comp or a can is so after your first shot, you can actually follow the path of your bullet through your glass. If your rifle's jumping around too much, you're going to completely miss it by the time you get back on target. Your bullet already hit and you can't see where you hit, where you're in your bullet path. So with this, now your more traditional break or compensator designs for your bolt rifles will have like an arrowhead shape, and what that's trying to do is take advantage of the gases leaving the barrel. Well, first you have air leaving that barrel before your bullet actually comes out. So what it's doing is it's pushing out of the barrel, and for your more traditional arrowhead design brakes, it's catching a little bit of that gas and it's trying to redirect it back this way. So what you're trying to do is pull that rifle forward to counteract the forces that are pushing back in your shoulder. Now what I like about this, and this is a pretty well-known brake, what its design is mostly trying to do is build more surface area to catch that first initial gas and air. As you can see, it's acting like a big parachute or catcher's mitt coming out of there. So instead of counting on trying to redirect that gas, it's trying to catch it like a big catcher's mitt or parachute. So as soon as that bullet passes through there, or actually a little bit right before it, what it's doing is pulling that rifle forward at the same time that the rifle's trying to kick back, and which really reduces your recoil by a lot. This is probably one of the best answers for that solution. There's a couple other brakes out there. If you search YouTube, there's a lot of great videos of guys testing out like 30 different brakes at once and seeing which one slides back the rifle the most in inches. And this always finishes in the top. And I've shot this a few times before this video just to see what my point of impact shift and how good it would reduce the recoil. And it really makes a huge difference. I can keep my head on target the whole entire time. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take this brake off, shoot it, take the video of that shot, see what the recoil is like, and then we're going to throw the brake back on and see what kind of a difference it makes. Also, if you're interested in buying this brake, it does come with 2 crush washers. The way it worked out for mine, I couldn't time it right with the crush washers without making it too tight on there. So what did I end up doing was buying a lock nut with it instead of the crush washers, and that way I could take it off, throw a can on there, clean it out, whatever I need to do as much as I want. With a crush washer, once you crush it down, sometimes your timing gets thrown off when you go to retighten it. So if you're thinking about, this does come with 2 crush washers when you purchase it, but go ahead and look up a lock washer. That way, no matter what, you can get that timed on your rifle without worrying about taking it off and cleaning it or changing it out for something else. You'll always be ready. Alright guys, let's go to the range. Apologize about the wind, guys. Now we're going to take a few shots without the brake. See what kind of, I don't know if it's going to come over well on video. I always have a habit of trying to tame that recoil anyway, but I'll try to let it pass as natural as possible so you can see the differences on video. But you really need to feel it in person and shoot it in person to really get the feel of it. Try not to load that bipod so I could just let all that recoil come back. It's 6.5, it's not a terrible recoil. Probably similar to a 308, maybe a little tamer depending on the round, a little hotter. Try to just set it there, let the recoil do its thing. Hopefully I don't get scoped. Should be far enough back. Just kind of accepting that recoil so I can demonstrate it. So you guys could see how big of a difference that the JP Industries Recoil Eliminator really makes. I would highly recommend it for anyone that's doing a bolt gun build. Maybe you don't want to get into a can, because a can will kind of do the same effects, not as much as a brake will, but you can kind of see what you're in for with that. And like I said, it's probably one, if you really have a problem with that recoil and you want to get that focus in on that target so you can follow that flight path and see what your rounds are doing. You're not going to learn how your rifle's shooting if you can't see what's going on, so this is a big help. And like I said, I highly recommend it. It comes with 2 crush washers, but I recommend you getting a lock nut too. That way you can time it to your rifle and take it off and clean it or switch it out for whatever you want at any time. Alright guys, this 50 Stitches Still. Have a good one and keep shooting. Two shots with the brake on. Big difference. Feels like I'm shooting a weak 5.56 or a strong 22. And this 6.5, this is chambered at 6.5 Creedmoor. I can keep my head on target the whole time. Excellent. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you sticking around. Any questions about it, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them. This was a fun review for me. Finally a nice day out, not cold, for me to get out and start shooting. But any questions on the brake, go ahead and leave them in the comments, like I said, and I'll be sure to get back to you and answer it. I love listening to what you guys got to say, and I'll help out anywhere I can. Take care, guys.